Hey guys, so in my last video I had a lot of requests to show you how I use the Benefit Stay Flawless primer with the MAC Studio Fix powder, yeah. And so I thought that I would just show this to you. I'm just going ahead and putting on my makeup for the day. My eyes are already done. I just did a very light wash of Bare Minerals Celestine, and I used a little bit of MAC Orpheus liner on top, and then I just smudged a little bit of MAC Charcoal Brown shadow underneath just to give it a little bit of definition. And I'm just still using the MAC Hot and Naughty mascara. So I'm going to show you how I use these, and I'm also going to use the MAC RiRi Woo lip color, which I also had a lot of requests to kind of see it on. So I've already used this once, and I'll talk about this when I put it on. I have some opinions on it. So to just start out, I've already used my moisturizer for the day, just the Origins white tea with SPF. Now I'm going to just take my Benefit Stay Flawless 15-hour primer. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And like I said in that video, you kind of have to work fast because this dries quick, and it's recommended to use your foundation immediately after applying this. So I'm just going to go straight from the tube, and I basically just do half of my face, go back over it with my hands, blend it in. Very nice, soft, velvety consistency. This is my MAC Studio Fix powder. It's in the shade NC42. I use a variety of different brushes with this. Sometimes a Kabuki, sometimes my Sephora Platinum 55, sometimes just a MAC 129. Today I'm just using the e.l.f. flat top Kabuki because it's dense. It's a good powder brush. So get a little bit on, tap off the excess, and I'm just going to buff this right over the primer. So you can kind of see one half of my face. I have a nice blemish that just showed up there over the weekend. So hopefully you can see the difference. I still have some redness and some scars on this side that you can see, and this side kind of looks more even. And the best thing about the primer isn't so much how it makes the makeup apply, it's the staying power. My face makeup just stays put all day, like until I'm ready to take it off at nighttime, which is awesome. So before I conceal, I'm just going to do the other side of my face again. Right on from the tube. And it blends in really nicely with the powder, so you don't have to worry about like kind of where you left off with the powder. It kind of all just blends in. Again, I'm just going to go in with my powder brush. And this is kind of where I go through and I just blend the center of my face to make sure that I get a very well blended application. Now, if you'd want a lighter application, you could just use a lighter powder brush, like a 129. It'll put the color on a little bit lighter. I kind of like this brush because it gives you a more full coverage. Alright, so face is done. For concealer, I'm just using the Hourglass Hidden Concealer in the shade Warm. And I use this both under my eyes and also on my face. It's just a stick concealer. And I'm breaking out everywhere, it seems. This concealer is awesome. It does not budge. So it's really great for spot treatments. It literally just like blends in with your skin so well. Kind of like becomes your skin. I'm just going to go a little bit down side of my nose and underneath also because I get a lot of redness there. So then I'm just going to go over it again with my brush to just blend it with the rest of my cheek. You don't need a lot to set the concealer because, like I said, it really just sets itself. And you can see now I'm kind of blotting the powder on. Just to make sure everything is set. Okay, so now I'm just going to continue on with the rest of my face. I'm going to put some bronzer on, and I'm trying to use up, this is the Smooth Harmony Beauty Powder from the Heatherette collection from MAC, which released a long time ago. They've since re-released it. This is a Bobbi Brown bronzer brush. And I just kind of use this all over my face. I do really love the Chanel Bronze Universal, but when I'm using a powder foundation, I tend to stick to powder, cheek, and bronzer products. I don't love this for bronzer. It has a little bit of an orangey undertone, but I don't hate it, so I'm just using it up. For blush, I'm just using Laura Mercier's Lush Nectarine with my NARS Yaccio brush. Just a little on the apples. And for highlighter, my favorite, Dior Amber Diamond. And this is just a MAC 128 brush. If you go a little bit above your eyebrows, it kind of gives them a little bit of a lift. Cupid's bow. And done. So I'm just going to spray my face with a Skindinavia makeup finishing spray before I do my lips. If it looks too powdery for you, you could always use like MAC Fix Plus or something like that. This is going to set your makeup and make it stay. It's really not going to give you like a dewy finish. It doesn't mattify your skin. It just keeps your skin looking how it looks before you spray this. If you want something to make it more dewy, I would use like MAC Fix Plus or something, and that'll bring back some moisture into your face. But I tend to like how the powder looks on its own, and I don't feel like it really mats out my skin too much, so I don't really mind it. I'm just going to give my brows a quick brush. I had them already filled in before I started the video with Charcoal Brown from MAC. And I'm going to do my lips. So I'm going to start off with using the Borderline Pencil from Too Faced. This is great for any time you're using really pigmented colors. It prevents bleeding, transferring outside the lines. And I know a lot of companies do this now, do a product similar to this. So for liner, I'm going to use NYX NYX Hot Red. And then the MAC RiRi Woo. Now, I will say, this is so drying. So drying. Like, I don't even like it that much, to be honest with you. It is a retro matte. and I kind of always thought that MAC Russian Red was drying because it is a matte, but this is like 2 times more drying, if that's even possible. It is a beautiful color. I really, really like this. In case you guys haven't seen that video, I'm just going to swatch RiRi Woo next to Russian Red so you can kind of just get a glimpse of the difference. The top one is RiRi Woo and the bottom one is Russian Red, and Russian Red even glides on like so much easier. I don't own Ruby Woo, which is very, very similar to RiRi Woo, so I couldn't tell you how that compares to this one, but the closest I have to it is Russian Red, and to be honest, I would recommend Russian Red over RiRi Woo in a heartbeat. So that's the difference in shades. The RiRi Woo is just not fun to apply. The good part about that though is it's not going to budge. Like literally it will stay on your face all day. It leaves behind a really nice stain. It's not going to transfer, especially when you put the red liner and the borderline pencil. You don't have to worry about it bleeding. So in that case, I would recommend it if you need like a really long wearing, lower maintenance red that you're not going to want to be worrying about or have to worry about throughout your day or night or whatever. But it is very drying. Like it literally, when you apply it, it almost feels like it's been sitting in your collection for 10 years. Like that's how dried out and ugh, it feels. But the color payoff is really pretty and the staying power is really nice. So you just kind of have to decide if it's worth it. Like I said, it's just the initial application that feels a little ugh. But after that, the end result, I really like it. So I just wanted to let you guys know that so you can decide if you think it's a good color to get or not. But to be honest, if I didn't get it, I would be very happy with just sticking to Russian Red and leaving my reds at that. I do have some other reds, but I wouldn't feel like I was missing this from my collection if I didn't have it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you have any other questions about the primer or the Studio Fix powder, let me know. I know that this primer was probably meant to be used with a liquid foundation, but as you can see, I can vouch that it works very, very well with powder foundation. Which is great because then you can use it with any foundation that you have. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and found it helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!